Thank you, Madam Chair, and thank you for being here. I wanted to applaud your administration and your efforts with regard to repealing the WOTUS rule, the erroneous, burdensome WOTUS rule, and your efforts to clearly define navigable waters in a common sense form. I'm concerned that the regulatory process alone may not be enough to prevent future administrations from attempting the same overreach as the Obama administration did with their rule. I've introduced legislation that clarifies the definition of navigable waters, but I wanted to ask you, it'd be nice if it didn't take an act of Congress, but do you think that even with the rule that you've put in place, congressional action to refine the definition is necessary with regard to what's coming?
Again, I can't endorse specific legislation. I will say, again, when I worked in the Senate as a staffer, we worked on trying to define waters of the U.S. Through multiple Congresses. You know, the original Clean Water Act definition in the 1970s said navigable waters, and it has been expanded a lot over the years by Supreme Court decisions. So what our regulation, our proposal does, we've not finalized our new definition. We hope to finalize it this winter. But what our proposal does is follow the Clean Water Act, as well as the Supreme Court cases, to provide what I hope will be a working definition so that anybody, any property owner can stand on his or her property and be able to tell for themselves whether or not they need a federal permit without having to hire an outside lawyer or consultant to tell them whether or not they have a water of the U.S. on their property.
Absolutely.
That's my overarching goal for the new definition.
And we support
Everybody
you in
should
that.
understand what the definition is.
In addition, they shouldn't have to spend the upwards of $275,000 per permit and wait up to 800 days to get that permit per body of water.
Yes.
In addition, Washington, switching gears slightly, shellfish growers on the Pacific coast are struggling to find a solution for ghost shrimp. This industry produces more than a quarter of our nation's oysters and provides thousands of jobs in rural areas like my district. Now, the Washington State Department of Ecology, which is not, it's not you all, but they do administer under the EPA. They're also the state administrator for the feds. They've been very unhelpful. They've reversed their original approval, denying a permit to spray a widely used pesticide that would have helped the growers manage this problem. And my question is this. Basically, I'd like to understand what your role is with regard to the state agencies, and would you be willing to meet with me or my office to help us find a solution to preserve this vital industry?
I'd be more than happy to meet with you and your office to try to help you with this issue. Absolutely.
Okay. Thank you. Appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
Yield back.